YouTube? It's Lena the Plug here. I obviously look like a bombshell right now. I look really bomb. I got glammed up today because I was like not in the mood to do anything, and so I was like, maybe if I get my makeup done, I'll be in the mood. And here we are making a YouTube video. So I think it worked. I didn't actually know what kind of YouTube video I wanted to make. I did a bunch of other work before I started doing this video, so I was out of creative juices. But I tweeted saying, what do you guys want to see? I have my makeup done, and I was told by Michael Kudra. Hi, Michael. I follow you on Twitter. That I should do the like assumptions thing that people are doing in their YouTube videos. I feel like this is probably an old trend and I'm last to catch on to it because I actually didn't know about it at all. But you basically go on Instagram. People went to my Instagram at Lena the Plug if you want to follow me. And I said, you know, state some assumptions about me, and I'm going to read them off and respond to them. In my opinion, this is just like a Q&A, except the questions asked in a more roundabout way. Like, it's like, I assume that you're this type of person. Are you? You know, it's still a question, I think. And I just always do Q&A. So this is just like a very Lena the Plug video. Also, I feel like I'm in the Flintstones with my outfit right now. Okay. Let's see what people said about me. Last time I tried to do a question sticker thing on Instagram, I'm so old that I didn't even know how you got to the responses, and I was like, wow, nobody responded to my nobody responded to my Instagram questions. Like, wow, I have zero engagement. I'm such a loser. I didn't realize that you have to go back to your story, swipe up, and it's in there. So, boo-hoo. Wild Sexual, aka Jane Wild. Hi, Mama. You're my first person that I'm saying on here. She assumes that I have my shit together. This is actually really true. I do have my shit together, and I don't give myself enough credit for it. I'm like, why don't you own a house yet? Blah, 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 blah. Like, I have my shit together. I have a retirement account. Like, I have all my bills paid. I have health insurance. I get my teeth cleaned twice a year, like you're supposed to. You go to the dentist for checkups. Yeah, I have my shit together. I've always had my shit together. I can't say there was ever a time I didn't. Wow. Very good. She actually knows me IRL, so fair. That I make shit tons of money. I'm obviously not like the richest YouTuber ever, but I do have money. Way more money than the average person has, and I'm pretty successful at what I do on my private Snapchat. So yeah, I have shit tons of money. Dark childhood. Not in the traditional sense, no. Like, I didn't have any alcoholic parents. I wasn't like moved from school to school to school. Like, I don't have like a traditional dark childhood. There's things about my childhood that haunt me. Like being like a fat kid and just having like, you know, self-esteem issues that have followed me into adulthood, but there's no dark childhood. The assumption is that my boyfriend lies about having a gun pulled. 2 days ago, someone came to the store, Adam's store, and pulled a gun on him, and it was on live stream, and he like laughed when the guy pulled the gun on him because he kind of didn't know what was going on, and he thought it was a prank, and he was confused, and I kind of think he was just a little bit like scared, and that's how his fear presented itself. But it wasn't fake. No, like, I cried about it. I was like stressed and I was worried. Not fake at all. But I mean, you know, it's the internet. I get it. People stunt a lot, so I understand why this person thinks that. You were straight edge through high school and college. I was kind of straight edge in high school. Like, the rave scene had just started again in LA in like 2007, 2008, 2009. And that was when I was in high school, and a lot of my friends were like going to raves and doing ecstasy, and I wasn't. I was like kind of like the friend that was like, I can't believe you guys are gonna do that. And so I never did any of that stuff. I did smoke weed though, and I drank like maybe 3 times in high school. Nothing crazy. I was never like, I hated how alcohol tasted so much that I couldn't understand how people were supposed to drink it, and so I just ended up not drinking that much, or at least I think I didn't drink that much. But once I got to college, I was still low tolerance Lena. Like, I didn't drink that much and I would get wasted. But again, I wasn't like obsessed with it. I didn't love it. There was never a chance of me like having some sort of alcoholism come about in my college career. So, yeah. I can tell you're very smart and anime AF. Did I assume right? I would like to say that I'm pretty smart, or at least smarter than people would assume that I am. I don't actually know what it means to be anime AF. Is it like I watch a bunch of anime? Because if that's the case, I don't. The only thing that I consume that's anime, I guess, is the Pokemon Go gaming app, which I love. And you probably think that I'm anime AF because I have all these stuffed animals on my bed. The truth is that I just really love going to arcades and playing all the games and then winning tickets and then trading those tickets in for a stuffed animal. So that's why I have stuffed animals all over my bedroom. It's more about the games that I want to fuck Tyrion Lannister. I was gonna say the second most attractive Lannister, but I feel like Cersei comes before him, even though I totally hate her. I guess I would fuck Tyrion Lannister. Let him hit. You assume that I dislike the President of the United States. You're right on with that one. You assume that over 1,000 different penises have entered my pussy. The truth is that there's probably one penis that has entered my penis 1,000 times, but no. I don't even have 100 different penises that have entered this pussy, so you're wrong to assume that. You assume that I have 2 ice cube trays in my freezer. I actually have no clue what the ice cube situation in my freezer is like. We have the automated machine one, so I don't think we have ice cubes in there. You assume that I have an evil influence on people. I beg to differ. I actually think I have a really positive influence on people. Yeah, I would never encourage anyone to do anything bad. That would be on me. That would make me feel like a bad person. I try to live in the way that I think that other people should live. Like, I won't litter or like cut someone off in my car because I don't think other people should litter or cut other people off in their cars, you know? Like, that's the way that I'm trying to be, and so I'm not gonna be like a bad person. I don't know. You know what I mean? You assume that I enjoy my work, but I'm not a whore in my private life. Am I wrong? I don't really know what it means to be a whore in my private life. I have lots of sex with my boyfriend. I love having freaky sex. I went to the living room with a leash around my neck the other day, and I was like, handed him the leash, brought the lube because I wanted to do anal, and you know, I had anal sex with a leash around and a collar around my neck, and I think that's freaky, but no, I'm not walking around in my public life like doing that to everybody down the street. I don't really know what that question means. Like, I'm freaky, but does that mean I'm a whore? I want to be called a whore in bed. That's for sure. You assume that I'm incredibly laid back and a chill person. I can be laid back and a chill person. I feel like I'm chill for the most part. I'm like indifferent about things. Like if we're all gonna go out somewhere, like, and you guys want to choose the restaurant, like I'm not gonna fight you. I don't really care that much. But I do worry a lot and get anxious about things that I probably don't need to get anxious about. Like what if this person doesn't get here on time and then we're late to this thing and then we can't find a parking? You know, it's just like, shut up, bitch. Like that's just calm down. It's not that serious. You assume that I like to smoke weed and to draw. I don't like to smoke weed. I haven't really smoked weed in maybe 2 years now. And I used to draw a ton when I was younger. I was in art classes for like 7 years. I recently painted a few times, and I guess that's actually I drew first before I painted. I'm not like a huge drawer, but I used to love like drawing in my journal and, you know, writing little overly sentimental, dramatic, like, oh my God, I'm in love with him notes. Yeah, that was me. You assume that I somewhat like older men. Yeah, I think that like 30 is my minimum age. I mean, I'm 27, so 30 doesn't even feel like that old to me anymore. But even when I was like 19, I was like, oh yeah, he's 35. Let's get it. I don't know what it is. Something about an older man that's just like pretty hot. You assume that I was the black sheep of the family, but the most successful one. If you're counting success based purely on money, well, I guess you could count it on accolades too, then yes, I am the most successful person in my immediate family, and yes, I'm the black sheep in that, like, I had a girlfriend, and I'm dating outside my race, and I went away to college, and I'm, like, naked on the internet. Yeah, I am the black sheep of my family. You assume that I put up with a lot of annoying things from Adam. You know me so well. Oh my God. Let's just lay it down right here. So, Adam does this thing where he comes home and he just, like, takes his clothes off in the living room. Our bedrooms are upstairs, so that's, like, where the dirty clothes should go. But, no, he comes home, he comes downstairs, he takes his jeans off, puts it in the living room, sprinkles his socks all over the couch, like, and they get under the couch, and there's Tony cat hair everywhere, so then it gets all over the freaking socks, and they're crumpled up in just balls of fur. And so what did I do? I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna be mean and be like, go upstairs and put your clothes upstairs. I'm gonna get a laundry basket and I'm gonna keep it downstairs in the bathroom so that you could put your socks in there in the downstairs without having to inconvenience yourself and take the socks upstairs. But no, he doesn't put them in the laundry basket. Not that big of a deal. Pick your battles. I get it. But that's only one of the very annoying things my boyfriend can do, and I love him so much. A lot. Oh, I want to hug him right now. You assume that I'm low-key insecure. I feel like I'm high-key insecure about certain things, but in other ways I'm confident and not insecure. Like, I'm sitting here making a YouTube video and I'm gonna put it out and let people hear it, you know? So in that sense, it's like, oh, you know, I got some confidence points. And other times I'm like, oh my God, no, I can't do that very simple thing that people think is totally normal, and I'm, like, scared and I feel insecure about it. How old were you when you met Adam? This is not a real Q&A. This is an assumptions thing. I was 25. You assume that I have amazing advice for others but struggle to create it for myself. True and slightly true. Like, I'm definitely more on point when someone comes to me with something. I'm like, I see it clearly. I'm like, you gotta do this, in this order, and this is why, this is what's happening to you. But for myself, I'm like, it's harder for me to pinpoint, like, what the motives are of what I'm feeling and what solutions I have to come up with. So sometimes that's a little bit more difficult for me to figure out what it is. But even when I do figure out what it is, it's like, I forget this solution that I provide for myself, and I'm like, la 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 la, and then I have to keep reminding myself, and now we're off track, and that wasn't really the question. But yes, you're right. I do tend to be able to give advice to others, and maybe I even have the same problem, and I refuse to just, you know, hang on to that solution and move forward. You assume that I let girls fuck my man, but I'm the jealous type. I let girls fuck my man because I enjoy fucking girls with my man. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand that, like, I also get enjoyment from having sex with women with my boyfriend. Like, our sex life's great, but every time we have a threesome, our sex life gets, like, elevated and boosted and is sexier for, like, at least a week afterwards. At least. We're, like, hornier, we, like, fuck better. Like, it's just... it's so hot. We, like, relive it in our heads, and, like, sexual energy is this amazing energy, and then you have another person to share it with, and then you also have their energy there, and everything is just heightened, and I enjoy that. I'm not gonna say there's never been a time that I haven't been jealous about my boyfriend involving another woman. Yeah, of course I have, but it's like, it's all relative. It's like, is this girl someone who only wanted to fuck with my boyfriend and not fuck with me and had no interest in me? Then yeah, I'm gonna be annoyed and possibly jealous if something is going on. But I mean, girls can enjoy threesomes. Girls can go enjoy fucking other girls. I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand. You assume that negative comments hurt my feelings even though I don't show it outwardly. Absolutely, yes, they hurt my feelings, especially if they're, like, more than the average comment, like, oh, whore, slut, your family hates you, blah, blah, blah. They'll hurt my feelings, and sometimes I'll, like, write a draft on Twitter. I'm, like, gonna respond, and then I just delete it, because I know that nothing good is really gonna come from it. You know, the only tweets I really respond to is when someone tries to be like, oh, I'm sure your parents are so proud of your success, and, like, you just don't have any money or whatever. Like, I'm like, fuck you. I've achieved things. Yeah, maybe they're just financial things sometimes, but I'm not doing this out of desperation. I'm doing this because I'm really successful at it. This video could be like an hour if I wanted it to, if I want to just keep talking. This person said, I assume from your vlogs that you're always on the ball and happy at all times. This is absolutely the opposite of the truth. The truth is that I only make content when I'm happy and on the ball. So you're only saying this side of me, although I have cried in many of my YouTube videos, but like a lot of time I'm alone at home and I'm sad and I'm lonely and I'm like trudging around like, change your mood, get out of this fucking depression state that you're in right now. Let's make a video. Let's get hyped up. Let's get happy for a YouTube video, because no one really wants to see a sad person just sitting there. But when I'm around people and when I'm connecting, yes, I'm happy and on the ball and like I'm present, I'm there, and I'm energized, you know, in a true extrovert sense where you get energized from being around people, you know. But then when I'm at home, I'm like this introvert, like reading books. I don't think it's that black and white. I'm explaining it really terribly, but yeah, no, not true. You assume that my parents have disowned me. This is not true. My parents have not disowned me. I talked to my mother the other day. I saw my dad the other day. I'm gonna see my dad in a couple weeks, or no, I'm gonna see my dad in next week. We are cool. We are past the shock. Oh my God, what are you doing stage? You assume that I don't want kids. The one thing that I have known since I was 10 years old is that I want children. And that feeling has not gone away ever. Like every day I'm like, I just want to get pregnant now. Like I love children. I want a baby ASAP. So, not true. I want kids so bad. I can't wait. I can't wait, and I can't wait because I got stuff to do. But yeah, I am incredibly excited to be a mother. You assume that I'm very scared of people who aren't into sex. Absolutely not. I mean, everyone's different. People are entitled to be the way that they are, and I would never want to pressure someone to be a different way. That's like, a drug addict being afraid of people who are sober and then like being freaked out by it. I don't know. That's not that I'm a sex addict either, but I promise you that I could get along with almost any type of person out there, whether they have never had sex or are on the sex spectrum that I'm on. There's just always something that you can connect to someone on. And I feel like to just say like, I write someone off because they're not into the same things as me is doing a disservice to the type of like connections and relationships you can have. You assume that I secretly regret not staying in college. I graduated college. I graduated with my bachelor's in psychology in 2013. It took me 4 years. I got the degree at UC Santa Cruz. 3.7 GPA, well, 3.69. And then I actually got into a graduate school program at USC for my master's, and then I just decided not to go even though I got in. So I finished school, darling. I finished it. It looks like my camera's overheating, and wow, this is 24 minutes. You assume that I'm gonna marry Adam. Even I don't know the answer to that. I could hope so because I'm in love with him, and I really am exhausted by the thought of getting to know somebody else at this depth. Being on the market sounds like a terrible, terrible thing. So yeah, I hope I marry him. You assume that I don't like Mexican candies and that I believe Goku can beat Superman. I don't know anything about Goku beating Superman, but I actually love Mexican candy. I grew up eating Mexican candy from the 99-cent store with my friends in elementary school, and I've ever since then I've loved it. You assume that even though I make a lot of money, I spend it wisely. This is true. I have a 2012 silver Honda Civic that I got maybe in 2015, and then 2017 was when I started making a bunch of money. I've never even once been tempted to trade that car in for something else or sell it or anything. It's paid off, gets me from point A to point B. It has 70,000 miles on it, and yeah, I have no interest in getting a Ferrari. I do want to buy a classic car, maybe in the next year or two, but a classic car is a reasonable price versus buying a Tesla, and I mean, I guess it's really just super materialistic, and I just want it because I the pinup era and just pinup fashion and the whole aesthetic of classic cars. But yeah, that would be my one silly purchase probably if I actually do go ahead and do it, because I'm still not sure. But yeah, I spend my money pretty wisely. You used to compare yourself a lot to other girls on Instagram. Yes, and so I stopped following girls that made me feel bad about myself indirectly. And I only followed girls who like looked more like me. But lately, I've been finding myself like on the explore page and looking at girls with pouty lips and high cheekbones and the really long eyelash extensions, and it took me a while to realize, like, oh my God, this is making you feel bad and like making you wonder if you should go get your lips done and stuff. And so I had to stop doing that because it was happening again. And it's a really ugly feeling. And I hope that if it's something that you do, that you can recognize it and pull away and like unfollow those people or at least mute them, because there's nothing good that comes from it. Nothing. Just gonna sit in the mirror and be like, and oh, it's so icky. Please don't do it. Please be good to yourself. You assume that I eat well and mean well. I really don't like cats and I have small feet. I eat well maybe 70% of the time, depending on what your definition of well is. I mean well 100% of the time, absolutely. I love my cat. I don't think I grew up around cats and was like a huge cat lover, but I love Tony the cat, Adam's cat. And so now I do love cats. And they have massive feet for being 5'1". This is my 8.5 size foot. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. It is huge. And when I wear white shoes, make me look like really big on my feet area, like a clown, my short stature. I'm not insecure about it, but I'm sometimes like, damn, like, couldn't you have small feet, fit into the kid size, get a little discount? You assume that I always want to overachieve. Yeah, I'm a perfectionist. I think perfectionists can drive themselves crazy trying to be perfect, trying to overachieve. And I mean, there's good things that come from trying to overachieve and get ahead and stuff like that. But the thing I realized in the last few days is that I have goals and then I never praise myself once I get to the goal. You know, it's like I'm trying to get to this place and then I get there and there's no party for me. I'm not like, good job, Lana, you did it. I'm like, you didn't do it fast enough. God, you still ain't shit. Like, you still suck, you know? And then all of a sudden I'm trying to like get to this next goal and I'm like, why am I not motivated to go towards my next goal? And I'm like, maybe because you didn't have a little party when you got to this goal and you didn't tell yourself good job. Why the hell is your body and your mind and your heart going to want to come here when you're just going to be mean to it every time, you know? So I'm working on that right now. Are you like that maybe? Probably. A lot of people are, I'm sure. Praise yourself when you get somewhere. Praise yourself for the small stuff and the big stuff. I was getting on a good rant and my freaking thing turned off and I don't know why. Was it overheating? But anyways, I feel like it's in a lot of people's nature to wonder if they're in the right place at the right time, if they're doing the right thing at the right time. And the truth is that you're doing exactly what you should be doing, or you're exactly where you're supposed to be in your life at that moment. Or at least I think that those are thoughts that are helpful, because if you're constantly thinking of you should be doing something else, then you're never going to be focusing on the thing that you're doing and you're never going to actually get anywhere. That's my logic. Okay. I am gonna go because my freaking camera is like, we're overheating. We can't handle you talking to us anymore and yelling at us. So, yeah, thank you to Michael for suggesting I make this video. It was actually really fun. I got, different sort of responses than when I just do a traditional Q&A, because I've done so many Q&As over the years that people just tend to ask me the same question and it's not as exciting for me anymore. So this was cool. Assumptions are fun, right? Make an ass out of you and me. I am hyped up. I don't know how I'm gonna go to bed anytime soon. Well, it's 11 actually. I'm gonna play some Tetris and listen to podcasts. I love you guys. Have a good day on purpose. Subscribe to my channel if you want to, and follow me on Instagram if you want to see my Instagram, and you know, maybe I'll ask some more questions on there now that I know where you can find the responses. So yeah, I love you guys.